Hey everybody, this is Candice Adewale of the Loving You Lifestyle, and I am back with another video. How's everybody doing? I hope, as always, that everyone is doing well. Um, the world seems to be opening up slowly but surely. On social media, I am seeing pictures of people in various places in the States where it's opening back up. In Italy, Italy is opening back up. I'm still here in Turkey, however, and international flights won't be available until mid June. And even then, it will be to certain countries. So I will probably find out in the coming weeks if I will be able to fly back to Italy in June. Anyways, again, I hope that everybody is well. And we're going to move right into our topic, which is the Mature Baddies Level Up Plan. The reason why I decided to specifically talk to my mature baddies is because there's not a whole lot of videos, support, or encouragement for women in their 40s trying to level up. A lot of, I think, level up gurus just kind of dismiss it like, hey, if you haven't figured it out by the time you're 30 or 35, like just like give it up. And I don't feel that way because I'm starting to feel like I'm just stepping into the fullness and richness of my womanhood and what all of that means to me. Like, I still feel very vibrant, very sexy, very sensual. And I do realize, like, when I look around at my peers, when I look, even wherever I travel, even when I tell people how old I am, um, people are very surprised because I have a very youthful energy about myself, and I also look young. But I have always taken care of myself to a certain extent, and even more so now because I know that as I age, I want to be an example, but more than that, I want to live a certain lifestyle and be a certain way in my womanhood. I don't feel like I need to give in to being frumpy or boring or, just have my sensual energy uh, turned down to zero just because I am aging. Like, that's just so not true. And I feel like it's really difficult. Like, the older I get, I feel like it's difficult to find women in their 40s, 50s, and 60s who have maintained themselves and preserved their sexy and can serve as an inspiration for myself and other women my age or older to level up. When I think of women who inspire me, off the top of my head, I think of someone who's very dear to my heart, and that is her name is Mama Olabisi, and she's in her late 60s, and she has always served as a mother figure to me, and I love her very much. Um, Sadly, we don't communicate as much as we used to, but she's still very near and dear to my heart. And she's a woman who, when I first met her, I was like, oh my God, like, that's how I want to be when I get older. She still exudes a great deal of sensual energy. She takes care of herself. She is sexy. Like, you don't really hear the term sexy associated with a woman in their 60s, but she is sexy. And anyone who has ever met her, they're just like, dang, I want to be like Mama Olabisi because she just kills it for her age. She's always well dressed. She has been a vegan since she was, I think, she said 17. I believe that's when she said she was a vegan. She practices yoga. She's in her 60s and she can do a headstand. She's very flexible. She just takes care of herself on a high level. And so she's just served as an inspiration um, for me to take it to that next level. And it's like the more that I'm looking for women to serve as inspiration, I'm finding them. So, I mean, they're not a whole lot, but they are there. And so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the links to the Instagram pages of the women who are totally killing it in their 50s and 60s, that can also inspire you. So, want to jump right into the things that we can start doing as mature baddies to really level up and really just enjoy this season of our lives. So, one is the body and physical portion of our level up. One, strength training. It is like so important to strength train because once you turn 40, your muscle mass starts to decrease if you don't use it. That's the part that they don't tell you. Like they just say like, oh, well, once you turn 40, like your muscle mass starts deteriorating and you're just going to shrivel up into this old lady. That is true for people who don't care and don't work out and aren't using their muscle mass. So make sure to pick up those weights. Make sure to start strength training, use resistance bands. If you need help and you don't know how to use weights or resistance bands, then hire a personal trainer or go on YouTube to learn how to use those things, but it's important for you to keep your muscle mass up. That is what's going to help you to keep your shape, and that is what's going to help you to stay strong as you age. Your body doesn't have to go to crap just because you're aging. You can stay slim and fit as you age. And also, this is another added benefit of strength training. Strength training will help you to burn more calories as you age because your metabolism starts slowing down the older you get. So you can counteract that by strength training because in essence muscle always burns more calories than fat does. So you always want to make sure that you're working those muscles, building those muscles up. And little known fact, like I did used to be a personal trainer back in the day when I was in my 20s. And so I do have like a bit of knowledge as it pertains to this area. Number two, flexibility. So, like the older you get, you start getting stiff and little, your lower back starts hurting and you're just like, oh my God, what's going on? And it becomes increasingly more important for you to prioritize your flexibility, that component of your fitness, yoga, stretching, things like that. That is what's going to help you to bypass injuries as you age. A lot of times, older people are more susceptible to injury because they have neglected their flexibility. Another thing, you see older ladies that are like hunched over and they can barely walk and they're walking so slow. Most of that is due to the fact that their muscles are so tight, their muscle fibers and ligaments are so tight because they have neglected to stretch and prioritize that they just have shriveled up. And that does not have to happen to you. Again, Mama Olabisi is like the perfect example of that not having to happen to you because she is quite flexible. She's flexible. She's more flexible than me, and she's definitely more flexible than most women I know. So make sure to prioritize that. Number three, nutrition and supplements. Make sure that you're eating well. Like this time in your life is the time for you to be eating well. I think that self love, extends into what you're eating and what you put into your body. For me, when I see people that are unhealthy, that they eat whatever they want, they're overweight, to me, and then they say that they love themselves in the same breath, like I don't buy it completely because I strongly believe that when you truly, truly care about yourself on every level, you're going to be conscientious about what you are feeding your body. That is also a part of self-love. So making sure that your nutrition is A1, that you are have a well-balanced diet, whether you're a meat eater or not. I am a vegetarian, and I live a low carb vegetarian lifestyle. You all know that I have lost over 100 pounds or 55 kilos. And when I started out my weight loss journey, I was not a vegetarian. But due to health issues and some hormonal issues, thyroid issues, I actually switched to a vegetarian diet. And so now I live a vegetarian lifestyle. But whether you're a meat eater or not, make sure that you're getting the nutrition that you need, the vegetables, etc. And because we don't live in a perfect world and our diet is not always 100%, make sure that you are taking your supplements, your vitamins. Get a good women's wellness vitamin that you're taking. Make sure to take supplements that support your body and your hormones. One that I really love is the Maca root powder. Maca root powder is great for hormonal balance as well as fertility. And I know when a lot of people think of fertility, they think of having babies. And that is still a good idea to do that because I know that there are a lot of women in their 40s, like myself, who are hoping to meet the right person and still maybe have like one more baby or have a baby if you are currently childless and but you desire to have a child and be a mother. I know for myself, I do want to have at least one more child. And I went to the doctor in Italy actually, and they have this tool that they use during your pap smear that can actually check like the fibers inside of your I guess it's like near your ovaries that shows if you're close to menopause or not. And so anyways, my doctor assured me that my fertility, was still there, that I was nowhere near menopause. And so um and so I I'm happy to know that. So I do purposely keep my fertility up by taking maca root powder. But aside from that, having your fertility is not just about having a baby. It's also about staying juicy and feminine and sensual and just that energy of vibrance and youthfulness. So make sure to take supplements that support that. And maca root powder is a really great supplement for that. Number 4, stay in tune with your cycle and flow. I actually use this really cool app. My daughter and I use this app called oh my goodness, it just slipped out of my head. I'm going to scroll to it really quick. It's called Clue. It's the Clue app. So the Clue app actually helps you to track your cycle, and it also helps you to track when you are most fertile if you're looking to have a baby, if you want to use the rhythm method instead of be on birth control or whatnot. So it helps you to know when it's going to be the best time to have intercourse if you're looking to get pregnant, et cetera, et cetera. But anyways, you can kind of use the app to track your mood, track if you're having certain cravings. And what it does is it starts to predict when you start your period. And so what I noticed is that after about 3 months of using the app consistently, it accurately predicts my cycle and down to the day that I'm gonna start it, and it's like amazing, and I love that app. So if you don't have it already, I highly recommend that you download the Clue app. But aside from that, we have to understand that our cycle, our menstrual cycle, is not just about when we actively flow, like when we're actually on our period. Your period starts the very first day of your cycle, but your cycle is usually 28 to 30 days. And there are other things that happen each week, like every 7 days. You enter a new phase of your cycle. And I want you all to start becoming more in tune with your bodies so that you understand when you are in those particular phases. I'm working on my new book, and I'm so excited about you guys. I'm like just so excited about my new book because I really am going in depth. I feel like I've matured as a woman since I wrote my first book. And so I'll be talking about these things in depth in my new book. Um, but really be in tune with your cycle and your body. It just helps um, so much more, and understanding the purpose of your cycle and what that means to you as a woman for your spiritual journey as well. There is definitely a mind, body, spirit connection with everything that we experience in this lifetime, including your period. It's not just about having cramps once a month and complaining like, oh my God, why did God curse us with the period? When you get past like all the basic level thinking, and you start diving deeper, you're gonna really start to appreciate your menstrual cycle and what it really means to you as a woman, and how you can use that information to level up. So, number 5, menopause. We don't really talk about menopause a lot. Like, I don't hear very many women talk about menopause. Um, I don't remember, I know my mom talk some about like hot flashes and things like that, but I don't think women really talk about the effects of menopause, mind, body, spirit, or how it makes them feel, or the sadness. I think that I'm going to experience a little bit of sadness when I hit that part of my life, because there's something about having my menstrual cycle. I know it sounds so weird, but I actually enjoy. So I don't know how I'm going to feel when I hit that part of my life, but I think that starting to do research on it, talking about it in our circles, is going to help us as women. I don't think at this day and age, 2020, that there's anything that we should experience as women that we shouldn't be talking about with our circle, with our sisterhood. And of course, also being aware of any hormonal changes that are going to be happening to our bodies as we get up in age. So, yes, be aware of that. Number 6 is all about hair, makeup, clothing, high heels. One thing that I hate, and nobody like crucify me when I say this, please, but I hate when women get like older and they cut their hair. Like, I know so many women that they reach a particular age and they cut their hair. And I feel like women with long hair, um, just are, it's a more youthful look. Now, when I say that, that doesn't mean that there aren't short hairstyles that aren't feminine or youthful, but I just feel that longer hair is more sensual and it's more youthful. Even bigger hair, even if you wear your hair natural and it's out in a fro, for my ladies who are African American that follow me, or African or of African descent, and you have your natural Afro hair and you wear your hair out in an afro, or you wear kinky straight, or you wear braids or whatever, or locks. I think all of those styles just look so gorgeous, and I think they should be maintained as you age. Like, I don't think you get to an age where your hair, you should just cut your hair for the sake of you being a certain age. And I have literally heard women say that, like, well, I'm old now, so I'm just gonna cut my hair. I'm like, what? I was like, girl, no. Like, I am going to be killing it, having my long hair and being sexy until they put me into the ground. I'm here to like just tell you right now. But find a hairstyle, whether it be long or short, or mid length, that is youthful, that's fun, that's vibrant, that captures that energy of the young maiden energy. I think that that's one way that you can kind of maintain some of that energy through your hair. Make sure to find makeup that's appropriate. I think for your age or whatnot. I believe that you should still wear makeup. A lot of women, like I said, they go through this phase where they get older and they just stop caring. Like, they don't do any makeup, or makeup is for young people, or they overdo it and they're wearing too much makeup and it just looks like they're just trying too hard. So find that balance. If you need help, hire a professional makeup artist or something like that, so you can find that balance of how to do your makeup, but you should still look polished as you age, period. Clothing, 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 clothing. I think that there is a balance as you're a mature baddie. Like, Like I said, this is all about being a mature baddie. So, as it relates to our clothing, I think finding that perfect balance where you still exude sex appeal in your clothing style, in your in your style of dress, having that um, grown and sexy approach. Like I still like looking sexy. I don't like looking frumpy. I still wear form fitting clothes. I work out. I'm a curvy woman, so I like to show off my curves. And it's kind of funny because I attract a lot of men who are much, much younger than me. I mean, I attract men of all ages, but I'm quite surprised now at the number of men that I meet that are significantly younger than me and like begging to date me because I'm like, boy, you are too young for me. Like, no, like this is not happening. You all are not going to make me a cougar. So, yeah, but I think having like that classy, sexy edge, it's very important. And maybe I will do a video in the future about, you know, how to, dress and exude that youthful energy based on your feminine archetype as you age. Maybe I'll do that in the future. But I think that, making sure that you have a touch of youthfulness to your style is very important because far too many women, they'll think like, oh, well, I'm getting older or I'm a mom or I'm, this or that. And so I have to look a certain way. And it's just like boring. And especially if you have like a husband and you're married, you still want to look sexy, be on his arm where he's just like, dang, my wife looks like my wife is a baddie. Yeah, she's 40, she's 50 or whatever, but she still looks good and she looks way better than all of my friends' wives who have just like totally let themselves go straight to the pits of hell in their looks. So, it's just like care about your clothing, dress for your body type, learn. I mean, by this age, you should know your body type and what looks good on you and what feels good on you. So do that. High heels, just wear high heels. If you can wear them, unless you have like some serious issues with your feet or back or something, strive to wear high heels. One thing I remember about living in Miami and being in Puerto Rico is like the older ladies wearing their high heels. Actually, it's funny because my mother started wearing high heels when when we moved to Miami because she was like, "Oh, these older Latina women, they getting it." So she decided that she wanted to wear high heels too, and I'm just like, just wear high heels. So it makes your body look better. It makes you look slimmer. It makes your legs look toned. It makes your butt sit high, and I feel like you just look better than if you're one of those women that just because you start aging, you start wearing those like ugly flats and orthopedic looking shoes. Like it just looks horrible. So stop, please, if you're doing that and switch. Number 7, skincare and regular massages. Yes, yes, yes. Skincare starts to become extremely important. I don't know if I've ever told anybody on this channel that I am also a licensed esthetician, and I have been for years. And I started out as a chemical peel specialist. Like I actually got certified to do medical grade chemical peels because when I first started out in my aesthetic career, I wanted to work with a plastic surgeon. So I got trained in doing medical grade chemical peels. So, anyways, making sure that you're doing chemical peels is going to be very important at this time in your life. You can also consider Botox. Botox is really not healthy, but whatever. That's on you to make that judgment. But it's there. Fillers are there. There are all types of things that are there to help you to maintain your youthfulness and your look. One thing that I want to start getting is laser skin resurfacing. I heard that it hurts like the Dickens, but I am gonna like find somebody who works with dark skin and I'm going to start getting laser resurfacing. As is, I try to do a chemical peel once a year, but this year I'm going to do it twice a year. So I'm going to move up to doing chemical peels twice a year. And by that, I mean doing like a medium grade TCA peel. Of course, if you're scared or you're not knowledgeable about peels, please go to a reputable professional to get a chemical peel, because you can mess up your skin big time if you don't know what you're doing. They do have at-home peels in which you need to definitely follow the instructions to the letter, but chemical peels make your skin look amazing. It's fresh. It helps you to produce collagen, all that good stuff. So, consider adding chemical peels into your regimen. Make sure that you're using a good night cream, good serums. There are a lot of skincare devices that you can use. One of my favorite skincare devices, and I will leave the link to where I get my skincare device that I use, is the LED light photo light therapy. It makes your skin so beautiful. It just really helps to tighten your skin up, and so I highly recommend that you use some of the skincare technology that's out here right now. Get yourself some skincare toys. Again, laser resurfacing, making sure you get body peels, lighten the areas of hyperpigmentation that may be on your body from years and years and years of maybe like your thighs rubbing together or your elbows. I actually lightened my elbows a few years ago, and I know a lot of people have problem with skin lightening, but you can lighten other areas of your body, and it doesn't have to do with maybe making yourself shades lighter in your face and your appearance. But like I have actually done body lightening, used lightening cream on my body for like my elbows and knees, because near years of kneeling, years of bending your elbows or leaning on your elbows causes hyperpigmentation and will make your elbows and knees dark. And so I actually did a body peel with skin lightening cream to lighten those. So like it actually made my elbows look like brand new. I said, wow, like this is like amazing. So things like that, body wraps, um, mesotherapy, things that help with your cellulite, things like that. Like just take care of your skin. There are so many ways to do that. And also prioritize regular massages. I was just having a conversation with someone this morning about how her and her daughter get regular massages every 2 weeks. And I know for myself, I actually want to start getting massages at least once a month, because it's very good for your body and it just helps put you in a really good place. So do that. Next, we are going to be moving on into mind, because there's the mind, body, spirit connection, and so of our level up. So we're going to be talking about the mind now. So this is, like I said, this is a very special time in our lives, ladies that are 40 plus. And this is a time to do a lot of reading, a lot of reflecting, collecting wisdom, and really preparing to be the aunties, elder sisters, and queen mothers in our tribes. I realized that I think like last year or the year before last, I was like, wow, I'm moving into the space. Like you start to feel the generation gap at a certain point, and I can really sense when younger women have that maiden energy about them, and they have that know-it-all spirit, like they know everything. And I'm like, girl, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. But then I laugh because I was like, well, when I was their age, I thought I knew it all too. And you collect that wisdom, and so I think it's important because, like I said, I realize like I'm gonna be the queen mother, I'm gonna be the auntie, I'm gonna be the elder sister that these women look up to, and I want to have some good things to pass on to these women so that they are able to live their best lives and avoid a lot of mistakes that I made when I was younger. So making sure to teach the younger ladies, like actually make a concerted effort, excuse me, to teach the younger ladies, whether it's starting a program, whether it's starting a ministry, whether it's just gathering your nieces together for girls' night with face masks and teaching them, but make an effort to teach the younger ladies on purpose. That is one of our calls and jobs as we grow older as women in our communities, is to teach the younger women. So make sure that you are actively and purposefully doing that. 3, practice deep gratitude meditation. The older I get, I realize that the most powerful form of prayer is just giving thanks and being grateful. And so I spent a lot of time doing gratitude journals. And it has just helped me so much. I remember I started keeping a gratitude journal years ago when I heard about doing so on Oprah, on the Oprah Winfrey show. I had to be somewhere in the 90s, I believe, but um, I didn't quite understand all of it. I do understand how gratitude works now, and it's a very powerful tool. And so I want you to start really practicing deep gratitude because it will help you appreciate your life and help you to vibrate higher. Number 4, practice yin yoga. Yin yoga, like that's like my favorite thing. Oh my goodness. Yin yoga, it focuses on energetically feminine yoga positions that are really focused on your sacral chakras and opening up your womb space energy. And so if you can find a place to practice your yoga or go on YouTube and get the videos and practice it, it's such a beautiful practice because it becomes a form of meditation. And that's the reason why I'm including it in this section about mind, because it becomes a form of meditation that is very beautiful and centers you and just helps you to release so much garbage that sometimes we hold on to. So, number 5, become more centered, peaceful, become unapologetic in your pursuit for peace in your life. Let go of the things that destroy your peace and stop being the savior. I find that there are a lot of women who are older that they have this by any means necessary. They're going to save everybody in their family, and they are looking out for grown people in a way that they should not be doing, and it diminishes their femininity, which then destroys your youthful energy. So become unapologetic about your pursuit of peace for your life, and find that place where you can be centered and and healthy in that way. Not I'm sorry, not number 6. Sorry, we're gonna move into the spirit part of your level up journey as a mature baddie. 1, become a powerful co-creator. When you understand just how powerful women are, like our energetic life force, our womb space, we were put here to create. Women are the most powerful co creators because of our womb spaces and our positioning as women. And I don't want you to ever forget that. The older you get, the more powerful of a co creator you should be becoming, because you should be shedding all of the garbage that held you back in your 20s. That's the level of growth that you should be having. And if you're not growing in that way, you need to seriously evaluate the things in your life that you need to let go of so that you can become that powerful co creator. 2, get connected to Earth. Like, spend more time in nature. Walking on the ground, which actually is really good for you, it helps align your body. But walking on the ground, go hiking, go to the beach, go to parks. Just spend time being in nature and connecting to Mother Nature. The older we get, I think that it helps empower you as a woman. It helps you to understand the importance of your place on the planet. Number 3, deepen your spiritual practices. Whatever your spiritual practice is, just practice it with more fullness and fervence. Fervent, is fervent that's the word? I don't know if it is, but just fervently practice it. That's all I'm saying. Just deepen your practice, and so that you can become more spiritually aware, more spiritually in tune. Number 4, get spiritual cleanses every 6 to 12 months. I am learning the importance of this because energetically, um, I personally hold on to a lot. I know when I was a beauty professional and I was always touching people all of the time, like I would get cleanses from time to time because I collect people's energy. Like I can feel their energy and I can just kind of read them in very short periods of time. And because I collect people's energy, I have to get spiritual cleanses. I remember one time I had a client who her energy was so bad that I literally had to cancel all of my clients for the rest of the day. I had to go get a cleanse, go get a pedicure, drink a glass of wine because her energy was so negative and so bad that it shook me and that scared me because that's the first time I really experienced that level of transference of energy. And so getting spiritual cleanses every 6 to 12 months, I think is going to be key as you get older, help keep you in a really good place. And there are a number of ways to do spiritual cleanses. So you can just Google the best ways for you. For me, I normally use a Yoruba Babalawo to do my spiritual cleanses. So Yoruba is my practice specifically for cleanses. Like that's not my overall spiritual practice, but when it comes to cleansing, I reach back at that part of my heritage and culture, and I go to a Yoruba priestess or Babalawo to do my cleanses. Sensuality. Moving on to the next segment of your mature baddie journey and level up. Sensuality. Sensuality, in essence, is the enjoyment and expression or the pursuit of physical pleasure or experiencing pleasure through your five senses. And the older we get, the more we should be deeply, deeply pursuing pleasure and enjoyment of physical pleasure, body movement, the way you move your body, sexuality, enjoying sex more. The older you get to know your body more. You get to know what you like. You get to get comfortable, and you you understand how to connect a lot better with a man sexually. And so enjoying that, if you're in a type of relationship where you're sexually active, you definitely want to make sure to pursue pleasures and stretch yourself and your experience sexually. Your home environment, making sure that your home smells good, looks good, that you that is a reflection of you and sensuality. Like for me, I have a ritual of lighting incense in the morning and candles. Like that is something that puts me in a very sensual mood. It's very pleasurable for me, and I sometimes also will have like an essential oil burner that I will do as well. But just making sure, like from the decor, changing up your decor, just making sure that your home is an environment that reflects sensuality and pleasure. 4, become unapologetic in your pursuit of pleasure. Like I literally heard somebody say that this life is not necessarily to experience pleasure. And that is such, wow, like that is such a lie. Life should be pleasurable and enjoyable most of the time because our default setting is happiness. If you think that life is supposed to be this big struggle in life and you know, always going through a bunch of garbage all the time, then you're quite sad and mistaken. If you are experiencing those types of things, then those are indications that you need to shift your vibration so that you can experience more pleasure. But the whole point of life is to experience as much pleasure as possible and getting to a place where you're happy and your energy is happy most of the time. I remember I used to be very, very fearful when I was younger. Like I had a lot of fears about a lot of things. And I also remember like when I had my daughter, one of the things that I was scared, I became extra fearful. I was always scared like we were going to get in a car crash or that sounds like she'd get kidnapped or that something bad would happen or, just, I mean, there are just so many different kind of fears that would run through my mind. I was like scared about so many things. Even if I felt happiness for 5 seconds, I would be like scared that something was going to happen for me to not be happy anymore. I couldn't even enjoy the experience of feeling happy. But as I started, like I said, as I started shifting and growing, falling in love with myself as a woman and who I am as an individual person and really creating a feminine lifestyle and practicing gratitude and doing all of the things that I'm talking to you about, like that just melted away and I was able to just leave all of that negative thinking behind. So becoming unapologetic about being a pleasure seeking woman, like I want you to just own it. So, anyways, these are my tips for all of my mature baddies. I hope you enjoyed this video. I want you all to go ahead right now and subscribe to my channel so that we can stay connected. I have some more videos coming out. Again, also for you ladies who are interested, I will be starting my Fearless Freedom program very soon for all of you ladies that are interested in being fearless and free and becoming global citizens, also traveling to have access to healthcare options, global healthcare options. I'm going to be sharing that with you ladies, and I'm so excited. I'll actually have a separate YouTube channel for that, so I will make sure to link that when the time is appropriate. But you can. I'll soon have on my website, I think like next week, where if you want to fill out the application for that, you can. So we're only going to be working with a certain number of clients to give the best that we can to get to each client. So you will have to fill out an application to take advantage of that. And I will leave that and let you all know about that as soon as it is available. Aside from that, I want you all to follow me on Instagram. Make sure to share this video if you found this helpful at all. And of course, like the video, all that good stuff. I want you all to have a beautiful, beautiful self-care Sunday. I love and care for each of you all. Ciao.